What's going on, everybody? Yesterday we had a lot of back and forth in the market, but it's very, very important that you understand that we're still in a trading range, still in a pattern, because that's when the back and forth can really drain you mentally. So it's important that you recognize the profit potential inside of the trading range so that you know to take profits quickly, because we don't have a lot of room. I know you're anticipating the breakdown or the move to the upside, but it's better to put a little bit of money to anticipate the breakout and then add to it as it moves in your favor. You understand? So now when you're looking at the market, you understand that are we going up or are we going sideways? In this case, we're going sideways, so that you need to understand how to position size. It's very important, because if you traded big yesterday and you had all that back and forth, you probably lost a lot of money, because it's not easy to put a lot of money on the table and not see follow through, right? We had that sell off towards the end of the day, but after hours, we saw a little bit of a reversal going on. And we're going to get into the charts immediately, and we're going to go over some of the ideas that we were looking at yesterday to see how those played out. All right, so my name's Lewis, and I like to teach people how to get to the other side of being profitable and consistent with their trading. All right, so let's get into these charts real quick, and I'm going to show you SPY and a few other names that are bullish and bearish, right? So we're always going to start off with the weekly on the SPY, and we can see this big move, right? This is over the years. This is week by week. So this is 2020, 2021, 2022, and now we're in 2023. And we had this up movement, and now we're consolidating. You can clearly see that here with this pennant that's going on. If we go down to the 4 hour, we can definitely see a little bit more detail and what's going on. So you see this uptrend that broke here, and now we've been going sideways for about a month, right? So yesterday we had a move inside of this trading range, inside of this pattern, right? So if we go down to the 1 hour chart, you can see right here, this is the pattern, this is the move, right? So yesterday, if you had this line like this, it's not wrong, but then we broke down and came back inside of this trading pattern, right? So now you can adjust this to here, because we came back inside of that pattern, and now we're still in this trading range. So what does that mean? That means that this morning we see that the market is actually up compared to that sell-off that we had yesterday. So now that we see that we're back inside of this trading range, we can potentially see the top of this range right here, but it keeps getting sold off. So maybe 412 right here. Not saying that we're gonna go up. I'm just saying that there's a big possibility, right? Because we're still stuck inside of this pattern. So let's get into some of the ideas that we were looking at yesterday. This is the bearish plays, right? So we had a Qualcomm. So right here we saw that it hit this resistance and it sold off to here. We have Cat actually broke down in that support, and now it looks like we're a little bit up. So are we gonna push back up? Because this was a big support for Cat, right? If I zoom out here, you can see that this was a support for Cat, and we came inside of the support, and now we're breaking outside of the support. So let's see if we actually break out and see the top of this downtrend line at 211. So this would actually be a good retracement play, right? But I don't like to go against the trend. The trend is down, so I would wait till it gets up here and then take the sell off, or wait till it breaks out, goes sideways, and then becomes a bullish stock, right? We have Moderna, right? And yesterday we saw that it dropped off a cliff right here, right? Boom, 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 boom. We had a move from 129 all the way down to 124. So that was a $5 move inside of Moderna. Then we have MPC over here. Also sold off. We had this in the list yesterday. We had MS in the list yesterday. That sold off too. Airbnb, a little bit of a pop, but then it sold off towards the end of the day. So you get the point. In our bullish stocks, and you can pause the video and see the list there. In the bullish stocks, we had MU. MU is still consolidating, looking for the breakout here. It tested this breakout about 6 times in the past. So this is going to be a good weekly breakout, and that should be really strong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the attempt now, right? So now if we break upside here outside of this range, that'll be a big move. And we have Wayfair. Wayfair is still consolidating down here at the bottom of this range. Now, this is more of a bearish stock, but I have it in the list for some reason. And the reason is we had this downtrend here, right? Bearish, bearish, bearish. Now we see sideways action. In this sideways action, you see the increase in volume here. This increase in volume is pointing out that this could be potential accumulation. So now, if the hedge funds are accumulating this stock and we start to see upside, maybe you can start putting on a small position in here for a longer term play, right? So now we see accumulation here because of the increase in volume. Now let's start seeing if we start moving to the top of this box and then eventually breaking out of this box for a bullish play. This is why this is in the bullish list, right? Then we have GE. Let's go back to the hour chart. GE is still consolidating at the top of this breakout here, right? So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4 day breakout. So if we break out here, that should be decent. GE has been monstrous. It's been a monstrous stock, right? You can see this big push to the upside. So GE, you have Snow. Snow is still has room from here, 170 all the way to 200. So if we look at the hour chart, see what's going on there. You can still see that we're still consolidating at this breakout. So we have a few stocks that are at breakout levels, and we're gonna see if we're gonna actually break out. And look, we came here to this resistance and now we're testing it again. If we get above this 173 area here in Snow could potentially have a huge move to the upside, right? We have Meta. Meta is also bullish. They had earnings, they gapped up on earnings, and they came, retraced, and now they're still trending up. So you want to see it get past this resistance over here on the left, and you want to see it continue to move to the upside. Now, on a smaller trade, you can take this trade over here from maybe 139 all the way up to 141 for a dollar move, $1 and change. But you know, I potentially like to go for the bigger moves. I don't like to really just take a trade right here. I would actually like to see this either retrace here for a better risk to reward, or get above this resistance over here. For the Nvidia trade, we see that it had a pop yesterday, came back, retraced. I mean, it's pretty bullish, but we can still see a retracement down to this uptrend line, right? So when it retraces to the uptrend line, that's probably one of the best entries you're gonna get, is over here, right? So now you have D-Dog, RCL, Amazon. I'm gonna go over Amazon. I know a lot of people like to trade it. So in Amazon, we saw this little bull flag here, and we could potentially be bull flagging again. So for Amazon, if you get a pattern before this 114, 115 area where it needs to get past, then I would enter. If not, if you don't get a pattern or entry over 115, then I wouldn't enter until we get 115, and then you can see all the way up to 120 here. So we're actually breaking out of this downtrend. So Amazon over here, we're breaking out of this downtrend, and we want to see above 115 to get up to this 123 area, right? So that's an $8 move right there. If it retraces back to here, that'll be a better entry. If we get below, let me change the color on this. If we get below this red line here, then Amazon will be bearish again, right? So it's important that you recognize these areas so that you know when it's bearish or bullish. QQQ has been pushing, tech's been strong. We're looking at QQQ over here. 332 is a resistance. So right now we are looking for QQQ to actually have a little bit of a pullback into this uptrend here on a smaller scale, so that we can get a better risk to reward, because you have this resistance right here. All right, guys, so back to SPY. And we want to see if we're actually going to break out, right? We're getting to the top of this pattern here. So this trading range has been strong, and we've been stuck sideways for like the last month. So that's it, guys. Recognize that some stocks are still in a downtrend. Recognize when we're going sideways. Recognize that some of them are at resistance and it needs to get past it. And a lot of these stocks are at breakout levels. So pay attention depending on what time frame you're trading, so that you can allocate funds correctly to the stock that you're trading, right? So I gave you some bullish and bearish ideas. I hope you take advantage of it. If you have any comments, anything you want me to look at, hit me up in the comment section, like and subscribe, and until next time.